Do you really think you're a Scorpio? Do your app notifications keep getting it wrong about you? What if I told you that you are more than just a Scorpio? You may call yourself this passionate, resourceful, mysterious sign, but you should know that you also have a rising or ascendant sign. This part of your personality is shown at the first house of your birth chart determined by your time of birth, so it's important to know that piece of information to find out what yours is. Which means you are more than just your Scorpio sun sign, but also a wonderful, crazy, and interesting mix of what might be a completely different one altogether. So let's give you a quick description of Scorpio with every rising sign. We'll also show some famous Scorpio personalities with their ascendants to give you a better idea of the combination in your own makeup. Scorpio with rising signs. Scorpio with Aries rising. The most daring one, you'll be bravely conquering, while others wouldn't dare. Sometimes foolishly taking up the charge, you might self-destruct if not careful. You need complete freedom to do what you want. Reliance on others creates dependencies and you'll go solo in most situations. You assume your way through life and then act rather than think about it. Scorpio with Taurus rising. With deep consideration for every decision you make, you must take your time to come to a conclusion. Time equals hard-earned cash, and you spend them very wisely, adding up all factors. You know who you are and the world you live in. Very protective of yourself and those you love, you possess deep emotions in a crisis, yet you will remain calm on the exterior. Scorpio with Gemini rising. You will make a quick decision based on your strong inner conviction. Your antennae go up with the slightest change in information, triggering you into a completely different approach and direction. No one can play a better mind trick or love game than you. Originality and intelligence makes you the most inquisitive, on-the-go chameleon yet. Scorpio with Cancer rising. You really care and are sensitive to the needs of the public. Your talents encourage peace and harmony rather than turmoil seen in the world. Protective, ambitious and progressive, especially when it comes to family and partnerships, your outer shell serves as an important protection for such soft and delicate moods you spend a lot of time tending to. Scorpio with Leo rising. Not a modest ego, you must achieve a position of dominance to lord over others. Very sensitive and compassionate, you still need to proudly confront any conflict which can cause problems with people who are equally dramatic and dominating. Be motivated with pure intent because your persistence to achieve is sometimes driven by jealousy and other intensities. Scorpio with Virgo rising. You are the most modest individual interested in data, facts and details. Diet is vitally important. Very analytical, you will find out what a thing means at its fundamental principle. You honestly assess any associations you keep. You may have to learn the hard way once in your life about loyal relationships and friends. You have a will of steel. Scorpio with Libra rising. Persistent and intellectually refined, you are the most sociable of your group. Tolerating people's foibles better than most, you don't judge, but, rather, you'll seek to know the motivations for these and incorporate them into your arsenal of weaponry. Money and power are means to wield within your wide circle of people, but so is the magnetism of persuasion. Scorpio with Scorpio rising. A double dose of intensity requires an even greater dose of restraint. You are extremely competitive, exceptionally passionate, strong-minded, and just plain focused on what you want out of life. And you will not hesitate to get it. You may be emotionally complicated, but you keep relationships easy and quiet because these are your source of contentment. Scorpio with Sagittarius rising. This is the placement of the outdoorsy adventure type person with a need for the isolated wilderness. You need the peace and quiet to assess caverns of intensity going on internally. Deceptively shy, you will amaze others with your compelling communication skills and public speaking ability. You love the facts and your positive ambitious expression of them leads to achievement. Scorpio with Capricorn rising. Controlling your environment with self-assurance, you can be accused of pride. Yet, you remain dedicated to your serious and responsible way of taking care of business. Well equipped for the cutthroat world of business, you keep confidence and work under conditions that can be unbearable for some. You do not give up easily when you want something. Scorpio with Aquarius rising. You are a person with a steady vision able to unify groups of people together. Always inventive, you will have a varied approach to challenges. Passionately convincing, yet almost there, you can come off as too idealistic for some. When the nonconformist restrains starry-eyed ideals and makes the effort through persistent work, even you'll be amazed. Scorpio with Pisces rising. You need the wide open space of dreaming. Your unconscious is so full of information that you come off as distant, always in your own world. That is why you must put your imagination to excellent use, as does an actor playing the role of someone else. Just as important is the understanding of people's problems used to further inspire and bring you back to the real world. The ascendant or rising sign is your front door, or the mask you show to the world. It describes your response to what the world brings to you. Know that your sun sign represents your identity, but when you operate from your rising sign, you'll know all of your chart placements and how you can master these energies as a whole. Visit openspace.tv to get a reading and a free printout of your chart. Like and subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Thanks for visiting.